Welcome, this is the third episode of the yet unnamed travel video interview series. I'm Matt Stabile from TheExpeditioner.com. Today I have with me Stephen Oddo from Walks of Italy. Just a little business ahead of time. If you want to follow along, go on Twitter. We are at TheExpeditioner. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel for our updated weekly video series. We still don't have a name, so leave some comments at YouTube. I know I've been mentioning a couple names so far. Stephen, you can let me know what your thoughts are on these. This is like the third round of ideas. So I've got Off the Beaten Chat, which is actually that's like a legitimate name, right?
That's pretty, yeah. I'm surprised there's not a blogger that has that already.
Yeah, they probably do. This is problematic.
Never know.
I'm a lawyer, I can sue them. Me, myself, and that person sitting next to me, not so good. Travel and Traveler, I don't know who came up with that. The Importance of Being Traveled. Kind of like,
yeah, that's good.
High literature style.
It's like these are all book titles with a slight spin on it.
Oh, you called me out, Stephen. Thanks. Stephen, you are the founder and you run a company called Walks of Italy. So what is Walks of Italy?
So Walks of Italy sells day trips, activities, tours all over Italy and all the greatest destinations, also off the beaten path, things like boat rides, cooking classes, food tours, guided tours of museums, archaeological sites. You can even go into the crater of Mount Vesuvius. So a little bit of everything all over the country, booked online with reliable providers, and really the emphasis is in quality, small groups.
When I was in Italy, it was like you found some random person on the street corner and they had like an umbrella and you followed them around. You guys are like, go online, they're vetted, they're going to be good, right?
Yeah, that's the idea. We wanted to kind of get away from the idea of a tour and exactly that picture with the umbrella and all the headsets and this giant group of people walking behind somebody. Like I said, most of our groups on average are 8 to 10, so it's a lot more intimate. You're dealing with a local and you get to really have direct access to that knowledge and to the culture, and it's more immersive that way.
So you could have done Walks of Bangladesh, so why Italy? What was the reason for that?
So it's interesting, my business partner and co-founder Jason Spieler and I both kind of came to Italy via strange ways. I was, my grandfather's Italian, came from Sicily. I'd always wanted to go there. I'd traveled a bit in Europe, but when I graduated university out in California, I decided I really wanted to go visit where he was from. Was supposed to be for 3 months, ended up staying, getting my citizenship out there, and wanting to live there for a number of years, and was there for about 8 years. In the meanwhile, started giving tours of the Vatican, and met my business partner Jason through that.
Welcome to our Orvieto full-day tour. Welcome to Walks of Italy's VIP Ancient City Tour. Hi, I'm Jason Spieler, and we're at a beautiful organic farmhouse in Umbria, the perfect place to talk a bit about the history of the tomato.
We've been doing tours for a while. The demand is getting higher for quality tours. So let's, put up a website and let people book these online, and that was really the impetus.
And needless to say, you love the country, so why not Italy?
Yeah, I love the country, and I miss it. I don't get to live there anymore. I'm out here in New York, but I try to go back frequently. Yeah, New York and Italy.
All places,
It's funny because I actually find that there's a lot more in common with Italy and in New York than you'd expect off the top of.
Well, there's a few Italians here.
Yeah, a lot of Italians.
And you're obviously an expert. You've spent a lot of time there. People that go to Italy, they know things that they should do. They can read in a guidebook. So you're like a real insider. Like, give us like 3 or 4 tips of like insidery. This is the things you should see and do in Italy that you're not going to get information from anywhere else.
One would be, as much as the mainstay famous cities, Venice, Florence, Rome, are very important to visit, and absolutely make that a big part of your trip. Make it a point to make sure to visit something that's off the beaten path, a smaller town, something that's not one of the big chapters in the guidebook, something that might get a little less billing, because they'll surprise you. Fell in love with Umbria a number of years ago, and been making many trips back since, and we do a cooking class at a farm out there, which is just wonderful. Nice. Places like Emilia-Romagna, Valle d'Aosta. I actually lived up in the Alps for a winter season, and also Naples. People often skip Naples to go straight to Pompeii or Sorrento.
It's an awesome city. Like, it should be on people's radars.
It should be on people's radars because actually it's one of my probably top 3 favorite cities in the country. It's like a medieval town still existing. So that's one tip I would definitely suggest. Number 2, make sure to find out which seasonal ingredients and seasonal produce is in season when you visit before you go, because it makes a big difference on what you're going to order, the quality of food you're going to have in the restaurants. The different produce that happens, especially even regionally, it changes frequently, and Italians love the different seasons as they change and the different foods that change through it. when cherries are in town, everybody's very excited for the cherries or the artichokes in Rome. So find out what that area produces and make sure to hone in on that when you're eating, because it'll become a big part of your culinary experience there, which I think is very important. And the third thing I would say, don't be afraid to take a tour. Now that there are, of course I have to say that as Walks of Italy, but now that there are a lot of great companies out there that are really trying, like ours, to give you more rich cultural experiences, put you with people who are passionate about particular subjects. It's not that image that people have of tours in the past, which were often taking you to the salesman and kind of just cattle herding. It's grown out of that now, and I would say you can really have a fantastic cooking class or special access visit to the Vatican or to the Coliseum, Doge's Palace. We have a tour that goes into St. Mark's Basilica at night. We go into the Coliseum at night, into the underground. I mean, stuff that again wasn't even open 10 years ago.
I can do that normally.
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing that I would say you can now benefit much more from taking a tour than just walking around with somebody pointing at stuff and telling you dates.
So here's to getting out of New York and getting to Italy soon. Once again, it's walksofitaly.com. You guys have a huge, massive online social media presence. It's at Walks of Italy. Go to the Facebook page, Walks of Italy. What else? Pinterest, Walks of Italy.
Google Plus, YouTube,
Vine.
Vine, we love our
MySpace, not
Instagram.
Yet. You have some music going?
MySpace, not the MySpace. We do have a bit on Stumble Upon. I don't know.
All right.
Once you get out to the fringe social networks, it just kind of becomes crazy.
Yeah, it's getting there. All right, thanks, Stephen. Thanks for coming in.
All right.
And once again, follow The Expeditioner at The Expeditioner on Twitter and subscribe to the YouTube series. Once again, this is Matt Stabile from The Expeditioner, and thanks for watching.